What's up, campers? We're awaiting the impending storms coming. We had some last night and this morning, and now we're in a little bit of a lull. We got some clouds, we got some sun, we got a little bit of everything. Uh, Finishing topping off what I gotta top off because when I was watching leaning back, my back hurts. Been up since like 5:45 this morning. um, It was bill paying day, so I just got done. It's almost 12 o'clock. Uh, been everywhere. Been everywhere since 6 a.m. Uh, and I wish the phone stores would open a little earlier than 10 a.m. Lord, I had to wait like over an hour for the store to open, so I just went and like parked in the front. Uh, Came back here and popped on a DVD. So this morning in my travels, I'll get to the weather in a minute. Let's show the good stuff first. If you all remember my little rechargeable fans from last summer, okay? They were really good. Let's pull that down. Okay. They got a new one this year. It has legs and an LED screen. There's the charging hole. There's a little window, which it never had before. And there's a little button right here. That tells you what level you're on. That's number 2. That's number 3. That's high. Yeah, that'll blow your hair off. Look at that. Flapping in the breeze, if you can see. Now, the new thing that it has, is that the percentage? It tells you the percentage of the battery now. So, they also gave you a lovely hook, which to hang it with. But this hook is extremely hard to lift up. So, easy when you're lifting it out of its little thing right over here. You got to break it right off. So you got a nice little hook in order to hang it up with. I'll show you that. The legs are good. It's very nice. Then trying to get it back in, this is the only problem. Okay. It snaps in very hard, which makes it a little difficult to get it in and out. So be careful about breaking that thing off the first time you try to open it, okay? These guys got little ball bearings inside there. And they're bendy, as you can see. You can wrap the little legs around your bicycle handle or whatever you're going to do with it. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. It weighs about, I'd say 4. A little lighter than a gallon of milk. And it's worth it. It used to be $10 because it didn't have a tripod on it. Now it's $16.97. Worth $20 with the new upgrades on it. Yeah, probably. And yes, it bends this way. You know, you can tilt it your regular ways. The only thing it doesn't do is turn from side to side. You know what I mean? It turns an itty bitty little bit, like a 1/4 of an inch, but it doesn't rotate around on the base. The reason I grabbed this today, I wasn't planning on doing that today, was because when I woke up and was watching the weather forecast dude telling us, giving us the rest of the good news. If you saw my post, we're looking at 14 days of straight rain. 14 days of straight rain. And by the way, it is not the rainy season. No, it's not. That doesn't start, I believe, until June. That's June through September. That's a whole summer, by the way, where it rains like every day at 8 o'clock in the morning and every day at 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If you remember those videos. Yeah, that's coming. but there's a lot of rain. So I today have to go back to UPS and pick up a set of extension cords. What I mean by extension cords is these guys from the solar panel. Because they're not very long, you need an extension, which is going to be wires 5 feet long of the red and the black with one of these on each end. Okay? So I'm going to plug them in from one solar panel, run it underneath the bed into the end of this, which got all the plugs on the end. Okay? That's what we're doing. I just bought 5 feet of this to get it under my bed. And I have my Y connectors, which is 2 of these, and at the bottom is either a male, and the other one has the female end. We're clogged. I've been having an awful time since yesterday. I didn't know there were 7 wildfires going on here. Forget it. We only have a 1-mile visibility today, and that's because of the smoke. Where the air quality is extremely poor, that's in Orlando. There's got to be at least 2 or 3 fires surrounding Orlando for that siren. The alert air sniffer thing went nuts this morning. And they were explaining it's very hard to breathe in Orlando. And they have a 4-mile visibility. 4. On the coast, from practically Daytona down to Fort Lauderdale, 1-mile visibility. That's because of the haze from the smoke. And you can't smell it. I can't, unless it's just because I'm completely clogged up. I don't know. Or I'm so used to smelling it that I can't smell it anymore. It's like the campfire. When you first night of camping, you could smell the campfire. And then like your second and third night, it's so much up your nose that you can't smell it anymore until you leave the campfire. Okay? And you go home and your whole car stinks like the campfire. That's what we're dealing with here. And it's also a funky dry cough, which is the end of the drying up, hopefully, of the bronchitis. I think we caught this on a good day right at the very beginning, and I'm doing pretty well. I'm just really tired, and I have trouble breathing, but now I know why. So we got the good news and the bad news this morning with the weather. At the end of this week, coming around the 7th to the 10th, I think it's the 7th through the 9th, let's say, of this week, there's one little disturbance going to be on the Atlantic Ocean, with a possibility of being the very first tropical storm of the season. The 11th through the 14th, there's one coming over Texas, down over Louisiana, into the Gulf, which is going to meet that nice hot air, because it's hot as hell on the West Coast. And that's got a distinct possibility of either being a tropical storm or a Category 1. June really starts hurricane season, which is, sorry, not made for kids. Bullshit. We've gotten them in April. We've gotten them in December. We've gotten them in February. Okay, come on. There's no more hurricane season. And that should actually officially start in April, because there were a couple of little poofy things out in the ocean that could have been. If the water was warmer, we would have got a nice tropical storm about 3 weeks ago. So yeah, we got back-to-back storms now coming for the next 14 days. So until the 14th or the 15th of May, it's just going to be every single day lightning, tornadoes, hail, crazy wind, and I forget what the other thing is. They just let us know that this morning. I did a little short on the weather guy. I tape recorded his forecast that I was watching this morning and went, no! So, right now I'm currently charging everything within an inch of its life, and that's why I went out and got this guy, because this lasts. This lasts 8 to 10 hours. And let me tell you, it's hot, it's humid, as you can tell by my attire. Oof, it's hot, because Jane don't get naked unless it's hot. I'll tell you that right now. Um, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. It was even too hot for my little shirt. I wear these little guys on top of everything, you know, or something like that with no sleeves, but it's too hot for that. While it was in there sweating on the way in, I went and I got a brand new set of sheets. $10, $9 for the twin size. So if you're looking for sheets for your kids, Walmart's having a clearance sale on a whole bunch of stuff, and especially in the sheet department, because they probably got new stuff coming out for the summer. Memorial Day. Oh, Memorial Day sale. That's why they're making room. So if you need sheets, $9 for the twin, or 11 for full or queen size. Aren't they cute? They're very nice cotton. This is the cotton blend, which isn't bad. It's more cotton than blend. So I got a set of these because it was so sticky last night. I was up and down all night. That fan has been running, my big one over there, my trusty fan, since yesterday afternoon at 5 o'clock. I'm not kidding you. It was hot. Oh, well, now you can tell which way the wind is blowing. It's blowing in the door. And I got some lights. These I got at Dollar Tree because they got all the $5 stuff now. They got these little strawberries, and they're cute. Strawberry lights and lemons, and they look really pretty in the daylight because you can see right through them. And they are extremely bright. I hope you saw that good, and if you didn't, let me know. I'll make a video tonight when I turn them on. Because all of my lights, I realized yesterday, were solar, and I'm gonna have. I figured if we're gonna have a 1 week of rain, I'm never gonna get these suckers charged because they're hard. I got a couple of the little garden stake lights for $1. I bought another one of these little silver guys. I'll show you all the lights tonight. I'll make a little short on the lights, the new light situation. But I needed something that took 2 AA batteries. And these suckers are bright. Lights up the whole van. And they look kind of cute. Well, not that today, but, you know, we're working it. And the month of May brings all the veterans down, of course, for Memorial Day. For the next 3 weeks, the traveling wall will be traveling around Florida, the Vietnam Memorial Wall, and they were nice enough to add a 9/11 section to that to accompany the Vietnam Wall, which was nice because they realized, like I've said all along, most first responders are children of men who served in Vietnam currently. the current first responders are mostly the children and grandchildren of men who served in Vietnam. So they added a wall to us. Um, what I'm going to do is see if I can talk to somebody while they're here about submitting a name. I have my mother's citation from 9/11, so I wanted to see about getting her name added to the day after September 11th list of people who died. Um, Now the wall that they're going to have is just the people who died on 9/11, the first responders, or within a few days after. Okay. Uh, but I don't know if they have any information or any contacts with the September 12th, they call it, list. So that's September 12th through present day, which is everybody who died from the day after till today, till present day, from the contamination. So I'm going to see if they got some information. They can help me out with that. I don't know how complicated it's going to be because most of the people who were there and in charge are died before or right after my mom. Um, those are people mostly her age, roughly 20 to 25 years older than me. So right now they're pushing 75 and 80, and they're just gone. They're gone. There's not a lot of left of us, of people who were in charge that day, including the FBI, the CIA, Homeland Security. Our guy from the FBI, Special Agent Brian, he passed away in 2019. Guy had 4 kids. He was younger than, is he younger than me? We were roughly the same age, about 30. He had just started, and yeah, he died right after my mom, a few years after my mother, less than 5. Um, so, who do you call? Who do you call? Freaking Ghostbusters, right? Haha, yeah, it was a joke. Um, so I'm gonna try and see what I can do about that, and I realized I'm just sitting here babbling. I gotta charge this up, so let me do one longish guy, and don't forget, this is the good one. And it comes in pink or black for boys. That's it, 2 colors, or maybe white, I'm not sure. I have the box. I got the box. If you want to see the box, that's what he said. Well, that's what she said. You want to see my box? Here we go. There's the box. On the go flexible fan, mainstays. There we go. And you can use it to hook up your phone. Hook it up to that. Stick it to that. Put it on your bicycle. I don't know how much wind you're going to get on a bicycle. That might be a baby carriage. But yeah, this is not a bad thing. Alright? I didn't even think of doing that with the phone. See the split view? Here. There we go. There we go. But look at that. I didn't even think of doing that. Because that'll keep the phone cool while you're using it. And it comes with its own little chargey cord stuff too. But yeah, not bad. For $20, it's $20, and it's heavy. It's heavy. You can even use it as a weapon, ladies. Let me tell you, because I wouldn't want to get hit in the head with this thing and not with that side. You know what I mean? Give it a nice. There you go. All right. Can even be used as a weapon, ladies. So I hope everybody has a good day. I had something else I wanted to say. from yesterday, and I don't know, that's gone. Um, I'm too tired. I'm sweating. There's not a, like I said, not a lot of breeze yet. There'll be plenty of wind later, but we got enough to move the flag around. Oh, just as I say it, it stops. Thank you. Thank you so much for caring. Um, so yeah, that's about it. I'm up to 98%. Yes. Even through the look at that, even through this crazy overcast, I'm still pulling in like 56 watts. Look at that. See how much that fluctuates like that? Look at that. Just goes up and down and up and down. So as the clouds come by, it goes up and down all the time. But even through the haze, I'm getting a steady 18 watts. That's with this in the sky. Let's see if we can get you a view. See all those clouds up there? Okay? And all the clouds over here. We're still pulling in 18 watts with all that haziness and clouds. So, yeah. And I'm going to get you that picture of the degrading solar panels. But what happened is that the little cells on the solar panel started turning white, like a light pink, like this color, and a turquoisey blue, like that right there, and a dark purple. It's just starting to melt into like a little rainbow of colors, and a spot about that big. Then there's another spot about that big, and another spot over there, and it's all in one particular corner, like right covering like this much of the solar panel. So that's what happens to those. And there's a million bugs. The bugs have all woken up. They're just flying in and out. And when it gets really hot when the sun comes out, and we get a hole, all the bugs and the flies are coming into the van, just hovering, sitting, and then it gets dark and they fly out again. I was like, this is not your indoor, this is not a rest area coming in. This is not a cooling center. So, ah, oh, okay, I'm done, I think, for the day. Okay, that's it. I gotta get this off and running. It's 23 minutes now. So just wanted to say hey, give you a nice big updates on what's going on. And gonna be sitting around for the next 2 weeks watching season 1. I should have bought season 2. I wasn't thinking. I forgot season 1 only has like 15 episodes because it was a short season. So better luck next month. They took that off. It's making the rounds. It's probably on Hulu now. It used to be a Prime Video exclusive with the X-Files, and that's coming on Monday. I bought season 3 of the X-Files. Now this thing said it was used, and I got it for $11. The whole season. There's 5 DVDs in there. It said new/used because someone bought it and they're reselling it. It still had the plastic. It was never opened. So you can trust used DVDs. This is now the second one I bought that's used. I think the X-Files season 3 is another new used one. So we'll see how that comes on Monday. And today I gotta run and go get my wires. Hopefully it's not raining at 3 o'clock, but it's supposed to kick in sometime between 3 and 6 o'clock, and then middle of the night pick up speed. Sunday, that's it. Sunday's the day where the big part of the storm is going to come. That's going to be Sunday around 2 o'clock all the way to Monday. All the way to Monday at like 6 o'clock at night. So we're going to have like 24, 36 to 48 hours of straight rain. I'd say 40. We're going to cut it close at 35 hours. Let's see how far we get on that. See if my prediction is right from what I was watching. That's just for the next 2 days. So hopefully they're not all-day rain events. They probably won't be, but it'll just be annoying that it'll probably rain in the middle of the day and then be nice at night or early in the morning, you know what I mean? As long as it rains during non-charging hours, I don't care what it does. I just need to get my batteries up and going for the day, and then I don't care. Now I'm going to get hiccups from coughing. So I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy your Saturday. And I'm going to sit around watching my DVDs. I need to charge. Yeah, I need to charge my little guy up. My small battery so I can get that going. So I hope you guys have a great day. And I'm going to enjoy my new sheets. Gonna have a nice weekend with my new sheets. So, love you. Playing with my fruit lights here. Oh, maybe that's why all the little flies are flying in. They see the little fruit and they think it's real. Might be. I don't know. We'll find out if anybody lands on them, huh? Okay, everybody. Have a great day from the great beyond over here. Love you. Talk to you tomorrow. And I'll make a little fan video. Or maybe I don't have to bother anymore. I might. Who knows? Really good. Worth the 17 plus tax dollars, I think. You know, a fan and a weapon phone holder with a hook. Not so bad. I like the upgrade on it, at least, especially this, so you know how much time you got left on it. And it charges really quick too. These don't take forever to charge, and they don't completely drain your battery. If you lose 20% of the battery to charge it, that's a lot. Okay, it's like charging your phone. Well, mine doesn't take much, but this is pretty fast. Okay, have a good day. Happy Saturday. Have some fun. I'm going to take a nap. Wait for the rain. I got to also waterproof the car. I got to get my window guards off. Is anybody out there? Nope. Okay. I got to get those off and get everything ready for the downpour to begin. Again, goodbye. I'm out of here this time. See you later. Bye.